welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Raut, and the big story we're tracking right now, the CBI has summoned Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia for questioning today. However, Manish Sisodia this morning has asked for more time. So that is the big story. We're waiting to find out whether the CBI will accept his request for more time. He's asked for a week. Perhaps they will not give him a week's time, or will they call him for questioning today itself? So that is the big story we're tracking at this hour, and Ankit joins us from outside the CBI office, and Ankit will take us through all these developments as we're waiting to see what the CBI's reply will be to the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister. Ankit, and it's not a very outlandish request given that the CBI had summoned Manish Sisodia yesterday on Saturday. We've heard from our sources, and Arvind's been reporting that the CBI is saying he accepted the summons yesterday. But this morning, Manish Sisodia is saying that he needs more time, that he's the finance minister. It's a very crucial week for him. He needs to prepare the budget for Delhi, and therefore he's asked for another week.
That's right. That's the argument that Manish Sisodia is putting forward. He wants more time to prepare the budget as far as Delhi is concerned. Now, what the Aam Aadmi Party sources are saying, that he only accepted the summons because CBI landed at his place to furnish those summons or to give those summons to, in fact, Mr. Sisodia, but he did not at any point give confirmation of when at what time is he going to come here. Now, the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister, since yesterday, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party suspects that this is just the beginning as far, because as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, for Manish Sisodia to be likely apprehended, as that's the suspicion that they have, that's the fear that the Aam Aadmi Party has. And this is also a crucial week for Delhi. The budget for the state has to be prepared, and Manish Sisodia is the finance minister. So while one key Minister of Arvind Kejriwal, Satyendra Jain, is already in custody, with Manish Sisodia getting entangled either in long questioning or being arrested, as it was feared by the Aam Aadmi Party, it is more or less completely going to cripple the government of Delhi's functioning, because both Mr. Sisodia and Mr. Jain held maximum portfolios, and since Mr. Satyendra Jain has been in the Tihar prison for almost 6 months now, all his departments were also, largely the big ones, were also given to Manish Sisodia. So he's a key minister as far as the functioning of the Delhi government is concerned. Meanwhile, we are waiting outside the CBI headquarters to see whether there is going to be any exemption that will be given to Mr. Manish Sisodia, or deferment as far as case is concerned, and for how many days. I'm just standing outside the CBI headquarters here, and a lot of massive security arrangements have been made. In fact, the road coming to the CGO complex has been completely barricaded, and normal traffic plying on this road has been stopped on one side, which in fact comes to the CBI headquarters. Now, it's already 10 o'clock. It in fact is more than 10. It's 10:05 right now. And 11 o'clock was the time which was given in the CBI summon to Mr. Manish Sisodia. The CBI sources are saying that they have only received this request at 8:45 in the morning. Aam Aadmi Party says that their people went there. They could not find any appropriate or senior level officer to in fact punish or put in their request. So there is 45 minutes for the CBI largely to decide whether they want to give some time to Mr. Manish Sisodia. But what sources are also telling us in the CBI, that when it comes to optics, this kind of deferment possibly doesn't look well as far as Mr. Sisodia is concerned. On the other hand, the Aam Aadmi Party says that this is a political vendetta war which is being in fact unleashed on the Aam Aadmi Party, and an attempt to cripple the government and the governance in Delhi. Remember, this also comes crucially after the Supreme Court verdict on the MCD election, which many thought was shot in the arm for the Aam Aadmi Party, and an embarrassment for the position that
for the Delhi
Lieutenant Governor and the MCD had taken.
That's right, Ankit, right. And those elections are also taking place this week. The mayor elections are to take place on Wednesday. We have Arvind with us. Tanushri is also joining us from outside Manish Sisodia's residence. But Arvind, first to you, what are you hearing from your CBI sources?
That the CBI is still examining the request of Manish Sisodia to defer the questioning that has been scheduled for today at around 11 a.m. over the Delhi liquor policy. So what we are being told is that the senior officials of CBI will take a call because Manish Sisodia, being the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, there is a competency level. The file has to go to the CBI Director to take a call. So the file are being put to the CBI Director, and CBI Director will take an appropriate call whether to accede to the request of Manish Sisodia to defer the summons for a week or whether to issue a fresh summons. So in all likelihood, what we are learning is that it's very, very unlikely, it's extremely unlikely that CBI will accept the request of Manish Sisodia for 1 week deferment. Even if CBI accepts its request for deferment for today, maybe the CBI will issue summons, ask him to appear tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but it's unlikely that CBI will give 1 week time. That's what our sources in CBI are saying. So we'll get to know by at 12 noon whether CBI accepts the request and then ask him to appear tomorrow, or whether CBI rejects his request, rejects his request and ask him to appear today. It's something that we'll get to know only by 12 noon. But CBI is saying that they are conducting the investigation in a professional way. They did issue summons to Manish Sisodia and CRPC, and then Manish Sisodia did confirm his appearance today, last evening itself, but today morning they did receive a letter from Manish Sisodia's counsel seeking a deferment, which is still under consideration. So at around 12 noon, by 12 noon, we will get to know what's the next step of CBI, whether CBI rejects the request of Manish Sisodia or whether CBI accepts the request partially and then asks him to appear sometime this week, or whether CBI accepts the request of Manish Sisodia completely and then asks him to appear sometime post February 27th.
All right, Arvind, thanks so much for joining us with that. So noon, Ankit, is when we're expecting to hear from the CBI on whether or not they're accepting the request of Manish Sisodia, who's asked for a week's deferment for the questioning. And let's go across to Tanushree, who joins us from outside Manish Sisodia's residence. And Tanushree, it's interesting, he was asked to appear just on Saturday. On Saturday, he was asked to appear on Sunday, and now he's asked for this, a week's more time. But yesterday, Manish Sisodia also hit out saying that the full force of the ED and CBI is being used against him.
Absolutely, Gargi, and that's what the Aam Aadmi Party top brass has also been saying, including Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia, who are saying it's a political witch hunt and a political vendetta by the Bharatiya Janata Party. They have been categorically naming the Prime Minister, saying that it's a witch hunt against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders, because they are trying to improve the situation of the national capital, which the BJP doesn't want. Now, Manish Sisodia, just a short while back, he came outside his house here in Mathura Road, and he told the media that he had written to the CBI asking them for 1 week's time, since this is a very crucial, important time for him. He has to finalize the budget and give it to the central government, and that's why he needs the time, towards the end of February, and he's very much trying and very much ready to cooperate with all the agencies trying to investigate this particular case, but he needs this time. And so basically right now Manish Sisodia has put the ball in CBI's court, and as Ankit and Arvind were mentioning, that let's see if the CBI gives him that time which he has asked for, but it won't be surprising at all to see, even if CBI tells him to come, rules out the request and they ask him to come today, because this is one of the cases which the CBI has been looking, with very giving it all importance it should get, and CBI has been saying that it's a unbiased, it's a thorough probe and thorough investigation for them. It's been 3 months that the CBI has filed the charge sheet. The Manish Sisodia as of now has not been named as an accused, but since he heads the excise department, that is why he is in the direct line of fire, and there are very important questions which he has to answer. He was summoned on 17 October as well, and now this is the second time he's being summoned. Let's see how the day goes, but as of now Manish Sisodia is inside his house. There's a security deployment, of course, which is present here. He came out meanwhile ago, and he told the media that he has written to the CBI asking them for more time. Let's see if he gets that time or not. But as of now, the CBI has been very much maintaining that there is an alleged influence of a South lobby, including businessmen, politicians, liquor traders, as well as middlemen, and several names have come up, also including the communication, ex-communication in charge and the functionary of the Aam Aadmi Party. So let's see if those allegations have, if the CBI is able to prove those allegations. But as of now, Manish Sisodia is inside his house. Let's see if he comes out to go to the CBI headquarters or not, actually.
Gargi, if I may just add,
yes.
in fact, what CBI is saying is that there has some new information which has come in, and this information has come after the questioning of the YSRCP MP, his son, who was arrested, and then of course the questioning of other accused which are still in custody. So key people, those who are in custody right now, like Mr. Vijay Nair, who was Aam Aadmi Party's campaign in charge, media in charge, communications in charge, with the new arrest that has taken place, now the CBI says there are new grounds and new information on which they want to question Mr. Sisodia. Now, very interestingly, within the Aam Aadmi Party, they thought that since it's a weekend, and if there was not a tearing hurry, until and unless they wanted to arrest Manish Sisodia, why would they come on a weekend and summon him? They could have done it over the weekday as well. That's the fear that the Aam Aadmi Party has, and they also know that Manish Sisodia going in, as I've been saying, would cripple the functioning of the Delhi government, and this would just come ahead of the MCD elections as well, which are quite crucial for the Aam Aadmi Party. We have seen the kind of drama that has played in the MCD, in the last 3 sittings that it took place, and only from the Supreme Court. Now the way for the mayor election has been clear. So all these things, somewhere Aam Aadmi Party believes, are politically connected, and that's the reason why this is happening. But on the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party has responded by saying that if Mr. Manish Sisodia has nothing to hide, why isn't he presenting himself as he had said that he's cooperating with the agencies? And on the other hand, the BJP also says that there are no elections right now. Mr. Kejriwal used to allege that all this is being done in view of the Gujarat election to cripple their campaign in Himachal, Gujarat and other states. All those elections are over. There is no election which is taking place now in which the Aam Aadmi Party is a player. So why allege motive to the CBI, in fact, doing their job? So interesting developments, and also everything is being politically being looked at, right from the Aam Aadmi Party to the opposition as far as this case is concerned, Gargi.
That's right. Ankit, we're also joined by Ashutosh Srivastav, advocate in the Supreme Court. And Ashutosh, your comments on these developments that are happening, the fact that the CBI has summoned Manish Sisodia on Sunday for questioning, and he's asked for more time, which is not very unusual. Also, given that the charge sheet in this case has been filed 3 months ago, Manish Sisodia is not named as an accused. Even if the CBI has more information, one shouldn't, there shouldn't be too much of an issue with if he requires more time, given that he is the Deputy Chief Minister of the National Capital.
See, as per Section 160 of the Criminal Procedure Code, the investigating agency has all the powers to summon an accused or a witness to come over the investigating agency's office and explain whatever questions they have for the particular investigation of a matter. And accordingly, this notice has been issued by the CBI. So far as the charge sheet is filed already and the investigation is complete is concerned, in any investigation, when any agency feels that there is further scope of investigation and the thread of the investigation is coming on to a particular accused or a witness, it can still go on for filing supplementary charge sheet by doing additional investigation in the matter. And this is what it is about. So far as any accused asking for extra time or asking for some relief for some time to appear before the investigating agency. Now it is as per the investigating agency, in this case CBI, to look after whether it should allow or not. It has to consider, if the time is granted, whether the accused can go and tamper with the evidences, can tamper with the documentations or evidences related to the case or not. If the investigating agency is of the opinion that it can do, then it can immediately summon again, and if it feels that the cooperation is not there of the accused, then it has the power to even get the person or the accused arrested in such kind of a case. However, if the CBI is of the view, no, the time can be given and there is no harm that any such kind of tampering of evidence or witness can take place within a week's time. So it is up to the CBI to grant or not to grant. But yes, it has to see the conduct of the accused person, whether the person is intentionally delaying the process of investigation or not. If it feels that it is an intentional delay, then it has the powers to take actions accordingly. But if it is of the view that it is a genuine reason by which the accused is asking time and it can be granted and there is no harm, looking at the intensity of the case, then it is up to the power of the CBI, of course, in this case. So we'll have to see what CBI decides.
That's what I wanted to ask, Ashutosh, just a little bit more on how things play out from here. Like you were saying that the CBI also has the power to detain Mr. Manish Sisodia. So how does it play from here? Does the CBI first need to reply to the request that he has made, or can they directly go if they feel that he's deliberately trying to delay the matter? They can go and detain him from his residence and bring him to the CBI headquarters.
If the CBI has got sufficient evidence by its further investigation, in which it must be planning to file the supplementary charge sheet, and it has sufficient reason to arrest somebody, then it has the powers. Of course, it can do so, as it has done in this case for the other accused. But if the CBI feels that there is further investigation required from the accused, and there is no necessity of immediate arrest, and it cannot, and the person cannot go out and tamper the evidences and spoil the entire investigation, then in that case it can even arrest. It has the powers that cannot be denied. But how the powers
obviously
has to be utilized,
remain there, that more and more we've seen that, opposition leaders, Ankit, isn't it, that opposition leaders are called in for questioning, we're told they're not cooperating, and then they're sent to jail, as we said, that we already have the former health minister of Delhi also languishing in jail, and this has been something opposition has been raising again and again, the way these cases are made, and the investigation goes on for months and months, and the leaders are arrested. Well, let's go across to Avi Singh, also joining us, advocate in the Supreme Court. Avi Singh, right now we're just waiting to hear what the CBI will respond to Manish Sisodia's request for more time, but given that he is the Deputy Chief Minister, on the same hand, also the CBI may need to question him very urgently over something. They're now focusing on the South group in the Delhi liquor scam. What is your view on this?
Well, the Supreme Court judgment is very clear. If you're giving notice to someone, which should be given before arrest, then you have to give them 7 days time. So giving 1 day's time was, shall we say, unusual and against the guidelines. They're not mandatory, but they are pretty close to it. So the timing of giving a Saturday notice to appear on a Sunday is suspect.
And so he was asked to appear on a Sunday, which also was being questioned, wasn't it, Ankit, yesterday, that why is he being asked to appear on a Sunday? That's a question that the Aam Aadmi Party too was raising.
Yes. Very short notice.
Mr. Singh.
Yes, go ahead, Ankit.
Mr. Singh, if you could also tell us, an accused or somebody who has been summoned by the CBI, if they ask for more time, does this go against them in any way during the further process of this entire case? Let's say, presumably, tomorrow if Manish Sisodia is arrested, does it play against him in the argument of bail or in the due course of the trial?
See, there's no hard and fast rule. If you do it repeatedly, of course, you're evading it. But if you do it for a legitimate reason, and there are always legitimate reasons, then a one-time request is usually considered and granted. It all depends on the intent. The intent is to conduct an honest interview and find out the truth. Then certainly it should be there. Now here we already have a charge sheet, so there's no real urgency. We've had him being interviewed before. So it's not that he hasn't cooperated or there aren't allegations. He was not named in the initial charge sheet. But there is one thing here that which has to be considered, that the initial charge sheet itself is problematic, in the sense that it does say there is a scam with regard to the new excess policy that existed, and it excluded Mr. Sisodia from it, which was hailed by the Aam Aadmi Party sources at that time, but it did leave open the door for further investigations. Now, whether that further investigation has an urgency to summon somebody within 24 hours will also have to be considered.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Avi Singh and Ashutosh, for joining us on the program. And